Indiana Senator Todd Young has been in those briefings. He joins me now. Sir, I noted yesterday that Marco Rubio, the senator from Florida, said that 99% of the information could have been made public and be declassified. Do you agree?
I do. It's an unfortunate habit that this administration has, and in fairness, we see that with previous administrations. You go into a classified setting, and 95% of the material is read about in the newspaper afterwards. So why not have the President of the United States finally speak to these issues, clarify what the heck is going on, what the intelligence gaps are. If he needs some additional resources from Congress to empower him to clamp down on these unidentified aerial phenomena, let us know. But he has a lot of questions to answer, and hopefully we'll get some of those answers from his representatives in a further classified hearing today.
Okay, so that's happening today. Do you get the sense that do we have a sense of a new policy? Is our policy to shoot down these unidentified flying objects before we know what they are?
It's unclear. It's unclear exactly what the policy is. Dana, over 250 of these unidentified aerial phenomena were found last year. That's unclassified. That's from our Director of National Intelligence. None were shot down, of course. And then we have a balloon flown over Alaska, ends up, being shot down over North Carolina, and suddenly we shoot down 3.
Right.
It seems to me that those were very similar. So has there been a change in risk calculus? Has there been an official change in policy? Do we know something about those 3 that followed the balloon that we didn't know about the previous 250? All of these are unanswered questions, and they need to be answered by the president.
Vice President Kamala Harris is on her way to the Munich conference. That's where a lot of people gather every year to talk about national security. One of the big questions is about China, and how do you think she should present our concerns about China, especially with allies in the region?
Well, if the president's not going to speak publicly about these issues, then Kamala Harris should be provided the communications points to do so. And what the focus really needs to be on is reestablishing deterrence. How do we put in the mind of Xi Jinping that it is inappropriate, ill-advised, and frankly, a danger to him and his security to send balloons and other phenomena over the United States, over our farms, our schools, our houses, and our military bases. So that's exactly the sort of information she needs to provide. That's what I want to hear as someone who wants to prevent these activities in the future, as opposed to enduring countless more unidentified phenomena in the future.
Maybe a last final question here. So in the briefings that you've had and the information that you have gathered, are you more or less concerned than you were before? And I'm curious, is there an overreaction in terms of the shooting down of these UAPs, or do you think it was warranted? Where do you stand now?
I'm probably marginally less concerned with the 3 aerial phenomena that were found after the balloon. When I first heard about it, I thought they were certainly Chinese Communist Party objects. That still remains to be determined, but I'm leaning no on the answer to that question. But I'm much more concerned about the inability of our national security leadership to even get in touch with the Chinese leadership after all of this happened. I mean, the risk of miscalculation and escalation and future military conflict is great. Why haven't our presidents, why hasn't this president established lines of communication like we did during the Cold War so that we can avoid that sort of incident?
Good questions indeed. Senator Todd Young, well, great to have you on the show today. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.